Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Camila aka CamiSimming and welcome to this new speed build. We are building for the first time I think here on the channel and probably also for me personally on a 64 by 64 in Brindleton Bay, and we are building a kind of a mansion. So like a modern farmhouse that's also a mansion. So yeah, I'm not so sure about how I am supposed to say mansion. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's mansion, not mention, because mention is like the Twitter mention. Well, this is a mansion. I don't know. Okay. English is obviously not my first language, so yeah, sometimes, actually on a regular basis, I have this kind of doubts. Yeah, you're welcome for this insight on my brain and how it works. The overall shape of this mansion, I don't know, this house, of this build, took me a very long time to get together because I saw a picture on Pinterest that I wanted to kind of recreate, like with my own twist, of course, but yeah, and of course I like sped up this footage like a ton, and it's still a very long video, and it's not gonna be the only video because I'm gonna have two parts. Like it's gonna be a sort of a series in two parts of me building this house and furnishing it and decorating the yard, like the backyard, the front yard, the side yards, and whatsoever. I don't know. Yeah, because I didn't want to bore you with a 30-minute speed build because I don't think I would even watch it like myself. So I was like, why do I have to like make you suffer with a 30-minute long speed build? So I figured I would do a shorter one and then another one also very short. Yeah, it's been a long time since the last time I did a voiceover, if that wasn't clear enough, so I'm kind of blabbering and I don't even know like what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know what to do about it, so you just will have to bear with me. But anyway, as I was telling you, we're building in Brindleton Bay on a 64 by 64, and I think I've only built one other thing on a 64 by 64, and it didn't even see the light here on my channel because I didn't like it, and I don't know, I wasn't vibing with it, if that makes sense. So yeah, this is my the biggest, yeah, that's right, the biggest build I've ever done, I think. The house part is not actually so enormous, but it's still a mansion in my opinion, so yeah. But we also have a ton of like crops and I don't know, orchards and places where the Sims who live here can grow their stuff, and I imagine that they were a very wealthy family that's kind of popular here, like in this world here, in the Sims universe, because they are very wealthy and they produce a lot of stuff. And basically, like, I imagine that everyone has something in their houses that they bought from them, or some kind of product that's based on the raw materials that they produce here, that they grow here. So yeah, you'll see a lot of crops, both fake and real, because I had some Sims plant some stuff, like some real crops that you can play with in the game, but also like some fake crops that you can either keep or delete if you want more stuff to grow. In that case, I would probably suggest you to hire a gardener, yeah, because it would be very like time consuming to actually take care of the whole lot, because it's really big and really full of crops that need, of course, daily care, or if that makes sense, I don't know. I'm also, of course, as always, in a hurry, so I kind of have this illusion that if I talk faster, the voiceover will be done faster. But of course, it's not like that. It doesn't work like that. I wanted to say that also, like, the floor plan and the window placement and everything in this house took me a very long time to accomplish, to be satisfied with. So you'll see it probably change a lot throughout this build, and of course also throughout the next part. And it's not even like 2 parts of a series with some clear division. Like, it won't be this part, it's landscaping and the exterior, and the next part is furnishing, because I don't build like this. Like, I build according to what I feel like building in that moment, and especially with some bigger builds like this one, I tend to switch from the exterior to the interior, or from a room to another room more frequently, because I get bored and also kind of intimidated by the amount of things that I have to do to get this, like, a lot like this as I want it, yeah. So apologies if that's something that really bothers you, but I hope that you can, like, understand where I'm coming from and the reason why I do something like this. It's not on purpose to annoy you, but it's really something that has to do with my creativity, with my creative process and whatnot. We are kind of into the interior now. As I said, I don't know how long we'll, like, stick to the interior, but I think we're gonna work on the kitchen maybe. At least I know that we are working on the kitchen in this part, and I think it's really cute. And also in the process of me building this house and, like, this working on this lot, the new, like, update for the Sims anniversary happened, so I kind of adjusted some of the furniture and I switched it for some of the new items, like the chairs and the stools here on the ground floor. You'll see them changing probably next time. And yeah, I think this kitchen is somewhat, like, cozy, even if it's very modern. It's kind of cozy still, and I love that huge window that looks out to the front of the house. I think it's really nice. And I don't know, I think that the style of this house is not completely modern, like contemporary, and it's not really country, like I don't know, I tried to mix them, and you will tell me if I did it, like, if I succeeded at this with this. I don't know which preposition, I don't know, my brain is kind of melting right now. But yeah, I tried to mix some contemporary details with others that belong more to a house in the countryside, and maybe like a cottage or something like that. And I think it kind of makes sense. Maybe it's a house that's been renovated throughout the years. Maybe it's been here for a long time. It also has its own driveway and like private, driveway. And it is in a very strategical point and a very beautiful part of the world. So I imagine that this is not a new house. It's a house maybe that belonged to the grandparents, to the parents of one of the parents. If that makes sense. I don't want to repeat myself by saying if that makes sense like a million times, but I'm really like honest with you. I don't know if that makes sense, because I have to, not to bother you with my personal stuff, but I have like 25 minutes, no, 20 minutes, and I have to finish this voiceover, take a shower, prepare some potatoes, because I have to go to bring my potatoes somewhere, and go go to where my brother is. He's at the hospital right now, getting his treatments, and I have to go and get him and then go to somewhere else. Don't worry, it's totally safe. I'm not seeing anyone outside of my really small circle of people I meet these days. And I will be home before the curfew hits. So yeah, because we have a curfew in Italy, at least where I live. I think it's something that's national. But yeah. And now that I'm saying this, I really don't think I'll be able to do everything I just said. So I think I'm just gonna pause this voiceover. And yeah, I probably will catch with you tomorrow or later if I feel like to. I don't know. Okay. Bye. You will hear me talking to you in just a second, but for me it's gonna be at least some hours. So yeah, bye. See you later, I guess. Okay, it's the next morning, it's Saturday. I now have all the time in the world to take care of this voiceover and of this video, so yeah, I hope you didn't mind me giving up on this voiceover so soon yesterday, but yeah, I had to go. And yeah, those were some very chaotic 20 minutes, but I managed to do everything that I had to do, so I'm happy about that. As you can see, we are starting to work on the exterior, like in a very general way. I'm creating a barn because, as I was telling you yesterday, I think, this is not I didn't imagine it to be a very new house, a new build, but it's something that's been here for years, decades, and so probably they used to have a barn that used to be maybe more used, like more central, more relevant, and now it's kind of a place where they store some activity items. And I think it's kind of the place where the teen daughter spends her time, because now I'm gonna briefly talk to you about the family that lives here. So it's a family, like it's a full household, but we also have some pets. I imagine they have a cat and a dog, and we have 2 parents, 1 teen, 2 kids who are not twins, are just like kids. One is older than the other, and then they have a toddler. I imagine that they are 3 girls and 1 boy, but probably the toddler could also be a boy. I don't really know, but I always tend to make things even. Like if I have 4 children, they are probably either 4 boys or 4 girls, or 2 boys and 2 girls. I didn't want to go for the usual today, so I imagine that maybe we have just 1 boy and 3 girls. And yeah, basically we have a teenager who lives in the basement. She has a very cute bedroom and her own ensuite, actually. She's pretty lucky, I think. Oh, and also I like the thing that I made above the dining table. I hope that you are seeing it now because my footage is a bit messed up, but I really like the centerpiece. That's not actually a centerpiece, it's more like a sort of pendant light made also with plants. I think it's a very cute touch. But yeah, the teen will see it better next time. She's very into plants, not in the same way her parents are. She's more into flower arrangements and flowers and the beauty, the aesthetic of this kind of natural stuff. She's not really into actually growing crops. She's more into growing flowers in order to use them as props, as centerpieces, and as items she can work with for her flower arrangements, and for her passion that is this one, I think. She's also really into makeup. We'll see her bedroom has a very nice vanity with a lot of stuff on it. I'm kind of jealous of her, if I'm being honest here. And yeah, I think we're gonna work on this gaming room, like family room with the TV, and on the greenhouse that's attached to the actual mansion, to the actual house. And then I think this video will be over, at least this first part. So I think I'm gonna talk about the rest of the family next time a bit more, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video and this weird voiceover as usual. If you're new here, it's not something weird at this point. It's something that happens every time. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you all in my next video, and have a great day. Here you have a little sneak peek of the next part, and yeah, see you then. Bye everybody.